Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Janelle and this is Janelle's Scent Closet, coming to you from the Fragrant Desk. We might have to change the channel name to the Fragrant Desk. What do you think? Janelle's Fragrant Desk? Not sure where we're going to end up in the next few months, you guys. So I've been coming to you here from this desk. Really enjoying that atmosphere, to be honest. I just feel a lot more free. I have a lot more room and all that. For today, you guys, I have an exciting fragrance. We are going to jump back into the MBK, the Moments by Care deep dives that I've been promising you guys after those awesome opening unboxings, those awesome hauls. I have been doing some wear tests, some combos, all of that. So I can give you guys the full details, on that indie brand. And then also after that, we're going to jump into the Heaven Sent by Shannon. But for today, I decided, I finally got the chance. I have been looking, after this fragrance for a while, but it was only available in Australia. And I'm speaking of Setsuna's In Love Someday. I have the box here, you guys, so I'm going to give you all the details. I've already worn it a handful of times, so I got really familiar with it. We're going to do a full review. All right. So if this is something you're interested in, go ahead and continue watching. Consider hitting that subscription button and the bell so you'll be notified to new videos. And so let's talk about Setsuna In Love Someday. It is the newest marshmallow on the market. I think our last 6-7 videos have featured a heavy dose of marshmallow, and I'm not complaining. Definitely not complaining. Marshmallow and vanilla are some of my favorite fragrance notes. This fragrance here happens to have both. As I was saying, this company here, this fragrance brand is based out of Australia. I love the message. It's storytelling through fragrance. I love when somebody puts their heart and soul into a fragrance company, because you just know that you're going to get some realistic, scents. You're going to get some feeling behind that fragrance. It's not just something that's mass produced. These are hand poured. So really, really personal to the creator. Setsuna means a moment, an instant. Okay, so that's what the brand means. This happens to be a perfume elixir, you guys. It does come in 50 ml. The box is really cute. It has these stickers on the side. Love the color, purple, almost lilac looking color. So your fragrance comes really nice and secure in this little, box. My only, complaint is that there's not a 100 ml bottle, because that is what we are going to need here, you guys, just right off the bat. It is one of those, okay? From first spray, I just knew it. I was like, oh, this is one. So In Love Someday, it has a beautiful little story on the back about what the fragrance is supposed to evoke, the feelings, all of that. I'll let you guys experience that for yourselves. It's really, really nice. This is only the second, I was going to say installment, but the second release from the brand. The first one had some mixed reviews. I want to say it was called Dancing in the Moonlight. I do have it here. It was the first offering, and a lot of people, were saying they got a very toasty feel from it. It was supposed to be a creamy caramel vanilla gourmand, but a lot of people got like a very fiery scent. So I immediately thought, oh, I need to sample, first of all. And second, that is reminding me of the first released by Imaginary Authors called Whiff of Waffle Cone. I was like, oh, that's kind of giving Whiff of Waffle Cone, where I was like, the ice cream shop is on fire. There's smoke coming from, everywhere. But no, so some people do pick up on that tone from that first release, and I didn't get to try it. But there was a lot more positive reviews across the board for the Setsuna's In Love Someday, which is supposed to be a decadent, fluffy, gourmand marshmallow. Good. So is that what we're going to get? I think I've already, given that away. Yes, we very much do get that. I did purchase this, so I held off on purchasing because it was coming from Australia, and I don't even believe that they were shipping to the US with all the tariffs and all that in place. So I went ahead and got a hold of this. I am in a few perfume groups, so once I saw that a US shop was a carrier, or a provider of this. It is called the Fragmint, and I will link it in the description for you guys. The owner's name is Nina, and she sends really nice personalized messages with your purchase. It says, Janelle, hope you in love someday. Make sure to let her dry down. Love, Nina. So that's awesome. A little personal touch from the shop. I did also place an order, you guys, for some Gourmand fragrance samples. So we're going to have another vanilla and Gourmand week coming up. We haven't had that since last year, I believe. So we got to do that. She also sent a full-sized candy bar. So isn't that just the sweetest? I'm going to give this to my daughter, my youngest. She loves Kinder Buenos. Okay, so yeah, that's hers. So exciting. That's just everything so far. It's just awesome customer service, and I got a hold of something I was really, really looking forward to trying. Yeah, gonna have to put timestamps on this because I'm giving you guys the rundown of the shop and, of course, the kind of backstory to the house and all that. So let's go ahead and talk about the fragrance, okay? So coming out of Sydney, Australia here, but ordered from the Fragmint. This is called Setsuna In Love Someday. It is a 40% concentration, which means it's just got a really high concentration of perfume molecules versus, the mixing agent. So you are getting a, elixir formula, okay? Not an extrait de parfum, not an eau de parfum, 20% or less, or eau de toilette. You're getting a really, really concentrated scent, okay? So it is supposed to be a decadent, fluffy marshmallow gourmand. And in the notes, we have top notes of candied iris blossom, and in the mid, vanilla milkshake, and then finishing off with some purple marshmallows, okay? I love that the bottle just matched the ambiance of the fragrance notes. Iris is purple, and then of course the purple marshmallows and all that. Just wonderful. So that candied iris blossom, you guys, is truly candied. The powdery feel that comes off of that top note is more of a like a candied powder versus a candied floral. I don't pick up on floral notes with this. It is pure gourmand from start to finish, which we love. And then this vanilla milkshake is not super, super thick and cloying. And this fragrance really does take you on a ride. So it's a little more complex, you guys. And that's what the fragrance wanted to do. It wanted to set itself apart, it said in the description, from the sea of marshmallows that we're having in today's fragrance market, right? It's just saturated. So how do you do that? You add some candied iris, why not? And make it non-floral. So good. So the iris is beautiful. It does take a few hours to really warm up on the skin and then give you that delicious grown-up vanilla. I only have one other fragrance that gives me a grown-up vanilla, you guys, and that is my Marshmallow Goat. Delizia de Marshmallow has that gorgeous, just elevated, it smells like a more complex vanilla marshmallow. Instead of like a candied one or a candy fluff, this really does give a warm marshmallow. A warm marshmallow vanilla. So one of my favorite marshmallows, of course, on the market right now. And this one this one is so close in the enjoyability and in that, of course, that grown up vanilla marshmallow, okay? That grown-up sexy vanilla. So I do get an air to Delizia de Marshmallow when it is warming up on the body, couple of hours into that, okay? But the candied iris that kind of elevates the scent for us, it does stick around and just dances around with that beautiful vanilla. And then of course come in the fluffy purple marshmallows, and you definitely do get a fluff feeling from it, you guys. Let me talk about when you first spray this fragrance, because watch out. Nino here was not kidding when she said, let her dry down. On the side itself, it says, allow it some time to aerate. Do not smell immediately after spraying. The concentration might make you sneeze. No, not might. Like, you will be fighting for your life. Like, what? Hold on. Let me not talk. Whoa. Yes. You guys. Oh, okay. Extremely strong, extremely concentrated fragrance here, you guys. What you're going to get initially, and if you are familiar with Delizia de Marshmallow, every now and then when I haven't sprayed it in a while and I go to spray it, I'm like, oh, is it going bad? Because I get a little, almost like a sour milk feel when I first spray it. It's an interesting note right there in the background. So that's why I think they say don't smell it immediately, because you're gonna get that. I get that from here and I'm getting it from here. Just a almost off smelling opening, okay? So definitely don't judge it just alone by that, because it's going to change, once it starts drying down. And then it's just going to perform all day long for you guys. We're talking 14 plus hours. It has amazing sillage. You're gonna leave trails of this just wonderful fluffy vanilla marshmallow. It reminded me of a few of my favorite fragrances throughout the day, just intertwining. So it just truly gave me so much throughout the entire wear. I was like, okay, we're getting that grown-up vanilla that I get from Delizia without it smelling exactly like Delizia. I'm getting that powdered, beautiful candy powder that I actually get from Sora Dora Malo, one of my favorite. Oh, now this one has some violet, I believe, instead of iris blossom. This one has violet in it, but it's still that candied, this one does have a tiny floral air. And it's just gorgeous. So it reminds me of the powdery candy feel that I get from Malo, okay? So that's that. So far, we have those two fragrances. Then this vanilla milkshake feel wants to lean lactonic, but it does not go there. So I am not by any means saying that this smells like Bianco Latte, one of my favorite fragrances in my collection, because it doesn't. Because this doesn't have a marshmallow feel. However, this of course does. So I'm just talking about that. It wants to go a little bit lactonic, and it wants to give me an air to the feel that I get from Bianco Latte. Okay, so I guess I just want to compare the way that the lactonic scent comes out very light, very almost crisp in this fragrance, is the same way that I feel this fragrance gives me, okay? The feeling. I mean, definitely the feeling. I was also extremely excited to get at one point throughout the wear. Oh, there it is. So sweet, so fluffy, and just decadent. At one point, I was like, "Oh man, I'm getting a whiff of another one of my favorites with a large dent called Vanitas by Perfume Roma here." I was getting a little air to that, the candied vanilla tone that you get from this fragrance. So, I mean, this is a powerhouse of a fragrance. Like, I know I've seen a couple of reviews or a couple of mentions about that TikTok hyped this up and all that. Oh my gosh, no, they got this one right. No joke, no lies, you guys. Now that it's available here at the Fragmint, coming in at $120, for this 50 ml, actually setting itself apart from those other marshmallows and then giving us so much, I think it's a winner. I mean, a total winner. It also gave me a little bit, I have it here, a little bit of feel. Oh my gosh, I have a dent, you guys. I have a dent in my marshmallow crush. Perfumes by Cherie has an amazing marshmallow as well. It doesn't have, I'll link it in the comment section or in the description. I do have a head-to-head with Delizia and Marshmallow Crush, because I was like, I'm going to wear this side by side. One of my favorites as well. This has a sugared marshmallow feel, okay, is what I get from Marshmallow Crush as well. No brainer for body care. Let me just go into that really, really quickly. For Setsuna's In Love Someday, you're not gonna need a whole lot to get your point across. I mean, the sprays, two you need 2 to 3 sprays and you're set for the whole day. You can play around with it. You can add some fruits to it, of course. But if you want to keep it marshmallow, keep it simple, the Marshmallow Crush, luxurious body cream here from Perfumes de Cherie is a perfect match. I mean, it just matches, okay? It doesn't overpower it. Look at that. I'm halfway down on this tub. I loved it. It doesn't overpower it at all. It just goes right along with it. So if you want a complementing body care to go along, I would say this one. And then if you want something with, if you want to add some warmth and some more depth to this, I would go with your Yummy by Skin Potion. Yes, this has all different kind of vanillas, and it has that wonderful, resinous tone in there, and it has the marshmallows. So straight up gourmand. This lasts a good amount of time on its own. So does the Marshmallow Crush Cream, and of course this lasts for an eternity. So you are going to be set, decadent, gourmand, marshmallow vanilla smelling with these two options here for body care, okay? I didn't really get to experiment. Raspberry would be beautiful with it. I didn't want to go with too many different combos, but I definitely will now that I'm already familiarized with it. Raspberry comes to mind. Or anything with iris. If you guys have any fragrances that are too floral for you, too iris, or even violet would go nice. I feel like this would just kind of cut through anything that you're not tolerating as far as, like I'm saying, too floral. It would kind of neutralize it and just help you enjoy your fragrance better. That would be nice. Let me see what else. This is strong, you guys, but it's just as, fluffy and sweet as it is strong. It's just gorgeous. This is a winner. To tell you that I, along with my sample purchase, have... Is my purchase here? I have like maybe 8. Oh no, I have to sign in. 8 to 10 samples coming, you guys, because the Fragmint has a glorious gourmand selection. Okay, so vanilla and gourmand week is coming up again. Oh, because it's just such a beautiful thing to explore gourmands, in my opinion. And I know a lot of you guys enjoy that as well here on the channel. You guys, highly recommend Setsuna In Love Someday. I hope I didn't leave anything out. It has a beautiful sillage, wonderful projection. You're just going to be radiating, delicious gourmand, vanilla, and marshmallow. Just beautiful. I really did love it. Let's say hi to Charlie. He's out. He's letting mom talk. Charlie. His 1 year went up. Hey, are you being a good boy? Yeah. We get a treat? Oh, 2 ears. Okay, I'm going to go give this guy a treat because he didn't bark or anything during the whole video. Yay. You guys, let me know if you have any questions whatsoever on this fragrance. Anything I left out, I will answer for you. And we will be back with a deep dive into a few MBK fragrances, Moments by Care, a beautiful indie perfume brand with just delicious gourmand offerings. We'll be back with a deep dive into a couple of fragrances that I've just been exploring and wear testing for you. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate all you guys for following the channel and for just chiming in this scent closet community that might turn into the fragrant desk. We'll see. Let me know in the comments. I think it sounds a little bit catchy, the fragrant desk. All right, y'all have a blessed rest of your day, your night, or your evening, and you stay safe. Bye-bye.